All right, well, this bantamweight division ubiquitously regarded as the deepest in the top 15 right now in the UFC, and this man's the #1 contender. He has beaten so many talented fighters to get this title fight. Now we see what the hell he can do with it.
Yeah, he's beaten them all, except the champion.
Right.
It's such a weird thing that you can go through so many tough guys, but ultimately the toughest one is the one you get last. So you go through this murderer's row of people to earn an opportunity, and now you get to fight the best. The champion is good, man, but this guy believes he has the skill set to take that title from him.
Yeah, he's been forged by the experience. He derives so much confidence from the training room, and it all comes down to these 25 minutes or fewer for the #1 bantamweight contender. All right, he is the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling, and it's nice to see him get his flowers, right? I mean, certainly you were there in 2017 when he lost to Marlon Moraes, and a lot of people sort of were writing the book with closure on Aljamain Sterling. A few years later, best bantamweight in the world.
I mean, best bantamweight in the world, and showing it, you know? From winning the title in a disqualification to coming back and beating Petr Yan in the way that he did, then dominating TJ Dillashaw in the way that he did. It shows you who Aljamain Sterling really is. But tonight, he's going to have to be very specific in his approach if he wants to beat this new oncoming challenge.
And some of you may have heard Aljamain Sterling this week talking about a potential move up to 45. Could happen as soon as next week. Tonight, though, back on the proven ground in his customary 135-pound waters. And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Raphael Assuncao. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Aljamain Funk Master Sterling.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, so here is Raphael Assuncao. He has been nothing if not dominant at 135 pounds. We'll see how he approaches this fight in the early going. You know about his striking offense. You know about the takedowns. This is a guy who is exceptionally hard to hit, though, as well. We'll see if he's at his bobbing and weaving, sticking and moving here early. Hook attempt now, blocked, though, by Assuncao. All right, so an early takedown for Aljamain Sterling, a good sign for him. We'll see if he can transition to the back. Might be able to get his leg here, and he does. Oh, I don't know, that heel hook looks tight. Oh, he escapes.
He got out. Wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
Lands a nice punch from his back.
Assuncao gets caught by the elbow.
Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. All right, well, he's got him softened up here.
Oh, right into mount.
Nice positional control here. Postures up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. He's got to be careful here.
Good movement defensively here on the ground by Assuncao. Back him out now. Sterling's right back to the full mount. Under a minute now to go in the round. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Sterling's back in half guard. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Take a seat. Deep breath in. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. All right, I want you to set those kicks up.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
Ready.
Round 2 underway. Oh, strike lands cleanly there, champ. All right, different round, but same approach out of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I'm not sure if there was an injury, but his ground game is so strong, he hasn't made any effort to take the fight there.
I don't understand when you possess that skill, when you're so good on the ground, you're so strong in positions. He does such a great job of finding submissions. I don't know why he wouldn't spin the vast majority of the fight there. Tonight he is fighting a very confusing style of fight, and I just don't get it.
Assuncao gets back up here. All right, I've got a novel idea. When you've got a submission base like this guy does and good offensive takedowns, I don't know, maybe grapple a little bit?
Maybe try to get a takedown. Maybe try to get the fight to the floor. Maybe make this guy fight you where you're the best in the entire UFC at. Get this fight to the mat where you're bound to be successful.
Sterling, a two-time Division III All-American wrestler in college, had an opportunity to train. Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes. Guillotine choke. That guillotine choke is getting tight, but you can't just squeeze. You got to get your hips into your opponent if you want him to tap. Jeez Louise, he's tough. His arm, he's got to get a crucifix.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
That was a slick transition.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop it.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
Beautiful ground and pound, and that can cut him. Yep, got to be very careful there.
Oh, big shots from the top. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Now he's going full mount.
Seconds winding down in round 2. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Assuncao.
Okay, listen. Breathe, relax. That was a great round. Everything you're doing with your hands is working. He has no answer for your striking, okay? Let's keep the pressure on.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control risk. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight.
Big inside kick. Right back on those leg kicks.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Oh, how about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach. Oh, big elbow. Nice shot to the head from the clinch position.
Sterling gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. Just over 3 minutes to go. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you. Right. It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbows, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier. These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting them up now. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Man, his body not looking too good right now. It's not quite Dominic Reyes against Jan Blachowicz, but these body strikes really starting out.
They're starting to pay dividends. You know, he spoke to us about this earlier in the week, how he was going to eat this guy up from bottom to top. He was going to go in reverse. That is exactly what he has done. Another takedown land. This is a terrible position.
Final 30 seconds of this third round. Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike.
He's got to be careful here.
10 seconds now to go in the round.
Great job landing from the top position.
All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, sit down, bud. Take a couple deep breaths. Relax, breathe. Let's refocus there. You're looking a little careless out there. I need those hands to stay up.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so jumping in the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Oh! Block that punch. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off. Take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick his fruit.
All right, into full guard here, DC. Oh, he locks up the triangle now, DC. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna fight. Oh, it's for a triangle slam.
Oh, he got him! Oh, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
He's a big shot, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
While the ground and pound is there once again, strong work here by Assuncao. These ground strikes are starting to add up. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Sterling's thigh starting to show serious signs of closing down. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent very bad. Good job by the champ there. Slide back up.
Oh, he's got his back. All right, so the fighter's able to reverse position on the ground, and now he's got the dominant position.
Yeah, what a great job recognizing that once he got the reversal, he went right to his offense. He didn't wait, John. He did a good job of while his opponent goes, oh my goodness, I lost the position. He said, no, we're not done. I'm going to get to a dominant position myself.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. All right, rubber guard for him now, DC. We haven't seen you lean on this in the octagon.
No, I can't get those legs up there. Come on, man, look at these tree trunks. They don't go up around nobody's shoulders. I like to keep my feet on the ground, and I like to grind. That's what I'm known for. But this guy has that dexterity. He has that ability to throw up the rubber guard, to be able to threaten from a position where his opponent was trying to find safety. There are many attacks here. Let's see which one he chooses to go after.
All right, man, take a seat. You really rocked him that round. He does not want to be in this fight anymore. I need you to go out there and finish him. He doesn't want to be there.
Ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this fifth and final round. All right, here we go. This next round is underway.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He lands a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
All right, you see his high-level footwork here, maybe trying to set up that hook shot again, potentially.
You could tell, John, he's setting a trap. He's trying to walk his opponent back into his hook side, his big power side, so he'll keep feint, not little punches, with no... Oh! Another one. He's hurt. He's hurt bad.
Nice 1-2 there. Well, the fighter's going to have to address this offense coming his way. He's getting really bloody around that eye.
Yeah, now it's just become a big target because his opponent is just seeing the blood and he's just going after it. He has got to move his head before the strike starts coming in his direction. Nice land. Great punch.
Winded up on the right there to no avail. 3 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, late in the fight now, DC, the submission specialist clearly is going to be on the wrong end of the scorecards if we get there.
You got to get going. It does not matter if you get reversed from the top. It does not matter if you get the guard pass. You got to just start throwing up submissions and hope By causing action, you can latch onto something to end the fight. He's going to guillotine.
You gotta be kidding me, he's out! All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now, a lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be. But he should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut. Now it's on him to continue on the path and make the ringside position come in here and try to stop this fight.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. If they try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Assuncao. Oh, good shot landed there from the bottom. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling.
All right, so the Funkmaster continuing to add wins to his outstanding UFC body of work. Needs the judges tonight, but he wins on all 3.